Hi guys, welcome to another video. I hope everyone is well and staying safe. Today we're going to be talking about the new battle pass, the Wild Wild West. I'm going to be giving you an overview on basically what you get, how to grind, the best ways to do it, and overall just give you some tips and tricks on how to progress very quickly. Now, I'm a free-to-play player. I don't buy crates. I literally either grind, or if I get lucky in crate opening, there we go. But here's one thing to note. When you do the battle pass, I think it's 580 CP. So that would cost you, typically, I'm in the UK, but it would cost you, I mean, if you brought £10 worth, you'd get 800 CP. Now, you don't need to do that every single month, because as you go along through the season, you earn CP. There's enough CP from level 1 to level 50 to give you enough CP to get the battle pass completely free next time round. So yes, there is an initial outlay. That's all I've ever outlaid on the game, but it's worth doing, because then every season you don't have to physically put your hand in your pocket and part with your own cash. So what do we get in the Wild Wild West battle pass? There's some really good stuff. Overall, I think it's okay. I think it could have been better, but there's some nice skins in there as opposed to nice guns. On the premium battle pass, you'll get the Ghost Cowboy. Nice skin. It's a nice free-to-play skin. It looks okay. It's very common at the moment. I'm seeing everyone having it for obvious reasons. Yeah, it's okay. You also get the Outlaw Heatstroke. For me, it's an average sniper rifle. The movement and the fire rate on it is particularly good if you've got a good aim. It's well worth having a look at. If you're not particularly good at aiming, it's not very powerful. You're going to want to look at like the DL or maybe even the Arctic 50. It's an average sniper rifle, but if you have got a good aim, you'll be able to make very, very good use of it. Other notable mentions within this, as you go through the battle pass, is you can get the Outlaw at tier 12 on the free battle pass. You don't get the Heatstroke skin, but essentially it's the same gun. You also get here Saphira Desperado. I can't even pronounce her name, so do excuse me. This is probably the best skin in the game so far. With the Locust Season 4, I believe, you had to grind for in Battle Royale. It's probably, it may even been in ranked, but it's probably the nicest skin out of the Wild Wild West Battle Pass. Moving on just very swiftly, you get the M4L MG Heatstroke. It's okay, it's not the best LMG in the game. For me at the moment, the RPD is. But level 25, you're going to want to look at this, because this is a really, really good perk to be using. So this you can use as in-game. It's the Annihilator. We'll just have a quick look. It says high material penetration ammo, allowing you to track nearby enemies and kill without aiming. I've used this in Battle Royale, ranked and pub matches. Essentially, you lock onto a target, you fire it, it's one shot, one kill. There have been times where I haven't done that. I've been high up in Rust, up high on one of the levels. I'm shooting down below and it's one shot, one kill. You get around 7 bullets to use for your operator skill, but it's well worth using. If you like kind of running around and you don't get on well with the War Machine, Sparrow, it's definitely well worth looking at. Level 30, you get the LK24 Heatstroke, blah, blah, blah. And otherwise, if we look at what you get at tier 50 on the free-to-play battle pass, you get the AK117 Bandit. It's okay. And you get the MSMC Wild West. Again, I use the Pharaoh, but the MSMC's okay. One thing I don't like about it is you can see that spring coil there on the right hand side. Now, I've used this in game and it does obstruct your field of vision. So yeah, for me, it looks nice, but it's not great. What I did manage to do though, when I was opening up my crates, I managed to get within just under what we know, 48 hours, I managed to get from tier 1 to tier 40, and I'll explain how I've done that without purchasing tiers. I managed to unlock some crates as I went along, and I managed to get the BK57 Wild West. It was a 1.7% chance of winning it. I just got very lucky, but yeah, I was very, very happy. This is probably the best assault rifle in the game. It's used by a lot of YouTubers at the moment. It's what they now probably call, this skin is like a pay-to-win skin. The only other gun that really compares to it that I think is really good is the HBR. But I've not used that gun. I've only used it in various game modes, but I don't actually own it. But that got a bit of a nerf this season. But the BK-57 is, by all accounts, the best assault rifle in the game. I probably would say it's on par. I use the AK-117 a lot because overall I think it's the best gun. It's not the best at anything, but overall it's really good package. But the BK-57, by most YouTubers, will swear by this gun. Really nice skin. As you can see, it hasn't got any of that coil spring on the right hand side like the MSMC, but overall, yeah, it looks really good, and not many people will have it in the game. You have to kind of open up crates to get this one, and that can cost you a lot of money, but I got it through the Battle Pass crates, and I just managed to pull one, and I was, yeah, really happy. It was the last crate of the evening. Yeah, and yeah, it was really good. Right, so what they've changed so far this season is there is no more weekly objectives to do. It's all by how much you play. So the more you play, the higher you'll go up in the tiers. Typically, I'll get to maybe tier 15 if I was doing the weekly objectives, if you kind of do your rewards, blah, blah, blah. But I managed to get to tier 40 within under 48 hours. So yeah, I think it's definitely a well worthwhile way to go. Now, what is really interesting is, I'm not going to bore you with all of this, but we're just going to look on the seasonal objectives. With these, you get XP to help you boost up your levels, but you can unlock some really good stuff. I wanted to unlock this one because I think this is a great free-to-play skin. It's the Special Ops 1 Desert. I just think it looks really cool. It's just a different kind of colour to some of the others that are out, but yeah, it looks really nice. So I grinded for that one. I managed to complete all of these seasonal objectives in under 24 hours as well, just by playing the game a lot. I also unlocked the Pharaoh, which is, I think, is a really good gun, to be honest. If you use lightweight, dead silence, and all of that great stuff, and toughness, this is an absolute beast. You can literally just run around spraying this and it will just literally take out enemies. It's definitely better than the MSMC, in my opinion. Elite Marksman. Now, if you weren't lucky enough to grind for the Locust in, I think it was either one of the ranked seasons or Battle Royale, I'm not sure which one, but you can now get the you can now grind for the Locust Flowing Bronze. For me, it's not the best sniper rifle in the game. I'd probably say it's in the, maybe it's definitely top 3, maybe top 2. DL is definitely number 1 for me. I use the Arctic 50 because it's got a higher fire rate, but the Locust is very much up there. It's got a very high damage output, and if you're very accurate with your gun, you're going to have a lot of fun with this. And the last one, I really wanted this skin. I think this is probably my favourite skin in the game at the moment. I just like the baseball cap backwards, the sunglasses on. It just looks pretty cool. But to do this was actually one of the most testing objectives. This is all around Battle Royale. One thing to note on these is you need to do these individually. If you do one and you think, well, I can actually do both of those, the next objective within one game, it doesn't work like that. You've got to do one at a time. But for this, the ones that I found very difficult was getting into the top 10 with no kills on Battle Royale. I just don't see how that is just worth doing, but I managed to do it. The best way I've done is I ended up getting a speedboat, just going out to the docks, just literally hovering out in the ocean until it got down to like the final 20 players, and then I kind of just crawled around and managed to not get seen, not get killed. One tip to do, even if you get in the top 10, don't go off and try and win the game, just die, because you must get no kills in that particular game. The other one was to kill and run over 2 enemies. Now, some really good tips on this. I've done this very quickly, but I thought it'd be the most difficult, but it didn't turn out that way. I landed a helicopter on a bot, which was great, and the other one, I just literally run over someone in one of the fields, and I managed to do that. The best thing to do with these is to find an area where it has choppers. Kill house, docks, don't bother going there. Everyone goes there to get a chopper. The 2 really good areas is, for me, number 1 is practice range. They've got 2 choppers there, and they've also got an upgrade terminal nearby, so you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or you can go to estate, and in the poppy fields, there's always a chopper there. So that kind of gives you an overview on the Wild West Battle Pass, what events are on this current particular season. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions, make a note down in the comment. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.